Jonathan Bocher from PlayGuitar.com, and today I want to talk about how you can use a recurring theme in your chord progressions to really kind of spice things up, to really make it, I think it's a very beautiful addition to a chord progression. So what we just heard was in the key of C major. We're just playing C major, A minor, G major, and F major, okay? Just the normal chords you'd see in the key. But we're using subtle little variations to the chords to really spice things up. So let's start with our C major. We're literally just playing a normal C major, but we're gonna add the pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. That's a G, okay? That G is gonna carry through all of our chords. In the context of the key, the G is the 5. Okay, because we're in the key of C, right? So the 5 is G. So that's our high note, but then we've got that little hammer-on thing I was doing too, right? So that's on the 2nd string, 1st fret. So we just play that string open. Sorry, that's the root note. Root note, open 2nd string, hammer on, and that's a C, okay? Now, of course, if our little riff is kind of revolving around a C, that's perfect because it's the tonic for the whole key, right? So, of course, it's anything that's got that C in it is going to sound great over the entire key. Any chord you want to play in the key, C is going to be a good note to kind of just rest on if you want to. Okay, so that's our C. Now, we go to A minor, and don't worry about how you strum this. Okay, I know I was doing some picking and stuff in the intro, but you can strum this if you want. Okay, so don't worry about the rhythm. You find your own rhythm and use the little modifications I'm showing you, okay? There's our C. A minor is exactly the same, except we're shaping it for an A minor. Okay, we're still hammering on that same note, the C on the 2nd string. And you can throw that G in there again as well, okay? And then our G chord. So I'm playing it in this shape here, which leaves my 1st finger free. Okay, same story, hammering on with that same C note, 2nd string. So in general, if you're curious, my picking pattern is kind of like root, and then usually like 3rd string, 2nd string, hammer on, 1st string, right? That's a very simplified version of it. And then we're going to go to the F. And I'm just playing the smaller F, the root 4 version of the F, not the full bar chord, obviously. So again, you can use the C, although I think in the intro I was hammering on the A, which is 2nd fret, 3rd string. And that's another little thing. So if you listen to I've got 4 chords, right? I used the exact same hammer on the C and then the G for 3 of the chords. And then on the last change, I changed to the A for the hammer on instead. And it's nice. You get that repetition, and then change, right? It really helps keep things fresh and interesting when you do things like that. There doesn't have to be a set formula to how you do it, but that idea of doing the same thing a few times and then changing it intentionally, not just like a random other change, but like an intentional change, maybe even like a variation on the theme, which is what we've got here, right? So it's the same idea. I'm playing a hammer on, but it's a different note. And so it's like, oh, that was nice. And so these are just little ideas that you can use to really spiff up your chord progressions to make things more interesting. I get into this kind of stuff and loads more in my dynamic rhythm guitar course. If you're interested in taking your rhythm guitar to the next level, I highly recommend checking out that course. You'll find it at PlayGuitar.com. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe. We'll see you again in the next one.